oxy acids of sulfur we had started.
We finished 2 series, sir, of oxy acids of sulfur.
2 series of acids we have done. One is sulfurous acid series we have done, as well as sulfuric acid series also we have done. Sulfurous and sulfuric acid series also we have done. Now third series we need to discuss, that is thionic acid series. Thionic acid series. Under that, first one can be given as dithionic acid. Dithionic acid. So already we have discussed about dithionous acid, that is H2S2O4, which is also called as hyposulfurous acid. Hyposulfurous acid is H2S2O4 increased to oxygens. Then it is dithionic acid, H2S2O6. Sulfur-sulfur thio linkage is there, double bond O. It is a structure can be given. Each sulfur is forming 4 sigma bonds. Hence hybridization is sp3. Here also hybridization is sp3. And another one we have polythionic acid. Polythionic acid. General formula is H2SnO6. So instead of writing S2 or S3, whatever it may be, that N we can write it as Sn. That N may be equal to 2 to 6. So even dithionic acid also can be considered as polythionic acid. So we can give it as S double bond O. In between you will have sulfur.
Sir, what about oxidation state?
Just
Yes, sir.
Sir, then for dithionic acid, sir, will it be +5?
yeah, just so it is +2. It is +2x minus 12 is equal to 0. So x is equal to +2. Oxidation state can be taken as +5 and it will be OH. So here the sulfur which is interconnecting two sulfur atoms, based on N value you have to give. That may be N2, 3, 4 and 5 and goes on. Right? If it is 3, like trithionic acid, if it is 4, tetrathionic acid. So such a way we can give the names. It is the third series of the acid we can give it. And fourth series, which is well known and familiar to you. In redox reactions also you have studied about this. So peroxy acid series. Next one we have peroxy acid series. Under that first one we have peroxy monosulfuric acid. Peroxy monosulfuric acid is also called as Carros acid. We know that sulfur can form 6 bonds. So S double bond O, near OH, this can be connected to oxygens OOH. It is -1. It is a peroxy linkage. In peroxy linkage, 2 oxygens are involved. One is oxidation number of peroxy oxygen is -1. Remaining all oxygens carries -2 oxidation state. So H2SO5 is the formula, right? H2SO5 is the formula. So 2 plus X. There are 5 oxygens in which 2 oxygens are peroxy oxygens. So -2. Remaining 3 are normal oxygens. So -6. It will be cancelled. X will be equal to +6. It is the oxidation state of the sulfur in peroxy monosulfuric acid or Carros acid. Under this only, under this itself, we have second one, that is peroxy disulfuric acid. Peroxy disulfuric acid is also called as Marshall's acid. Formula H2S2O8. In between two sulfurs, you can find one peroxy linkage. OH. It's -1, It's a peroxy linkage. Total 8 oxygens. In that 8 oxygens, 6 oxygens are normal oxygens, 2 oxygens are peroxy oxygens. So 2 hydrogens, that is 2 plus 2x minus 2 and minus 12 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to +6. That is the oxidation state can be given for sulfur in Marshall's acid or peroxy disulfuric acid. All these are examples of oxy acids of sulfur. Please copy it. Next, we are going to talk about sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid formula H2SO4, right? Which is also called as oil of vitriol. Also called as oil of vitriol or king of chemicals. Also called as king of chemicals. And we are going to talk about its preparation or manufacturing and properties. Manufacture of H2SO4 can be done by a process called as Contact process. Manufacture of H2SO4 can be done by Contact process. So it involves various steps. First step is formation of sulfur dioxide. It can be done by heating sulfur in the presence of oxygen, which gives you sulfur dioxide. And once sulfur dioxide is formed, that must be oxidized. Oxidation of sulfur dioxide can be done. But the sulfur dioxide can be obtained by roasting iron pyrites also. This reaction already we have given.
Yes, sir.
The preparation of sulfur dioxide also. FeS2 plus O2 giving rise to Fe2O3 plus SO2. If you balance it, you get 4 here, you get 11 here, you get 2 here, and here 8. Like this also sulfur dioxide can be obtained. And then oxidation of sulfur dioxide means SO2 plus O2 reversible with 2SO2. Right? On back. Yeah, this is the major reaction involved in contact process. For this, enthalpy change is around -196 kilojoule per mole. Now, what are the favorable conditions according to Le-Chatelet principle that we have to discuss? Favorable conditions according to Le-Chatelet principle for the formation of SO3. For formation of SO3. So left side, if you observe it, there are 3 moles of reactants. Right side, there are 2 moles of reactants. So number of moles are decreasing. Volume decreases, pressure increases. So we can say that high pressure is the favorable condition. But theoretically, what are the conditions we are giving according to Le-Chatelet principle may not be implemented when it comes to practically. So here, high pressure if you apply it, there is a disadvantage because the gases which are released over here are acidic gases. Acidic gases means they can corrode the plant also. Plant means okay, the that industry which is used for manufacture of the sulfuric acid. That plant, okay, vessels may get corroded because of this high pressure. These acidic gases may corrode the plants. That's the reason high pressure is not preferable. Around 2 bar pressure is applied. It is enough for the manufacture of sulfuric acid. And second one, if you observe it, delta H is negative, exothermic. Exothermic is favorable at low temperatures. Favorable at low temperature. But low temperature will not give good yields. As we have discussed, even in Haber's process also, low temperature will not give good yields. Then we will apply a moderate temperature. Then we'll apply moderate temperature. That is around 720 Kelvin can be used. And even rate of reaction also should be increased by the help of catalyst. By the help of a catalyst. So we can use a catalyst platinized asbestos.
Sir, vanadium pentoxide.
Or vanadium pentoxide. Platinized asbestos or vanadium pentoxide can be used. But among them, which is more preferable in the sense, V2O5 is more preferable. Why V2O5 is more preferable in the sense it is cheaper, but it is expensive. Platinum itself is expensive, right? That is the reason we won't use platinized asbestos. Instead of it, we will be using V2O5. There is another disadvantage of using platinized asbestos or platinum. The another disadvantage is we are actually manufacturing the sulfur dioxide by ores itself, like iron pyrites are from the sulfur, which is obtained from the earth crust. Whenever we obtain the sulfur from the earth crust in the form of any ore or mineral, it is generally associated with arsenic impurities. Those arsenic impurities must be purified when we are going through this process. These arsenic impurities can easily react with this platinum. That is the reason platinum is not preferable catalyst for this process. So, but V2O5 do not react with arsenic impurities, right? So that's property of the V2O5, which will not react with the arsenic impurities. Hence, V2O5 is preferable. Another reason also can be taken into consideration for this. So the favorable conditions are around 2 bar pressure, 720 Kelvin, and V2O5 catalyst. These are the favorable conditions for formation of SO3. Please copy it and we'll go for next step. Step number 3 is absorption of SO3. It is step number 3. So very important step. Once SO3 is formed over there, that SO3 must be absorbed. So this absorption of SO3 can be done by spraying concentrated H2SO4, and then SO3 can be absorbing this concentrated H2SO4 absorbs the SO3 and it forms H2S2O7, which is called as oleum or fuming sulfuric acid, also said to be pyrosulfuric acid. Also said to be pyrosulfuric acid. Here, one point need to understand for everyone. Most of the people, okay, commonly they can misconcept it as SO3 react with H2O, it will give H2SO. Like how we have done it for Ostwald's process for manufacture of nitric acid. That cannot be done here. SO3 cannot be absorbed in water. Cannot be absorbed in water because it forms white dense fumes or fog of H2SO4, which cannot be condensed easily. which cannot be condensed easily. Why dense fumes or fog of H2SO4 can be formed? That's why which cannot be condensed easily. That is the reason SO3 cannot be absorbed in the water. So instead of it, SO3 must be sprayed over. Actually, there is a tower. In that tower, there will be a sprayer, like our shower will be there. Okay, in washrooms in such a way. There is a big tank. In the top of the tank, there is a concentrated H2SO4 sprayer. That sprayer, okay, will sprinkle the concentrated H2SO4. SO3 react with that concentrated H2SO4, and then it forms H2S2O7. And then as a last step, what will happen? Dilution. We should go for dilution. Dilution of oleum should be done to get the desired concentration of sulfuric acid. H2S2O7, whenever it reacts with water, it forms H2SO4 that is of desired concentration, like how much concentration you require. The desired concentration can be obtained by dilution of the oleum. In this way, we can manufacture the sulfuric acid, right?
Sir, but for manufacturing
sulfuric acid, it is colorless. It is colorless, syrupy liquid, or else you can say viscous liquid. Viscous liquid. So colorless, syrupy liquid, and it is viscous liquid. Its boiling point is around 590 Kelvin. Very high boiling point it is. That's why less volatile acid. It is less volatile acid, we can say that. Boiling point is 590 Kelvin and less volatile. And moreover, why that viscous nature is there for the H2SO4, not for the other acids? Because there is an intermolecular association, right? That intermolecular association can be done with the help of hydrogen bonds. There is a intermolecular association. There is an intermolecular association. These are hydrogen bonds can be formed, H bonds. Because of this intermolecular association, attractions are becoming stronger, and then it becomes more viscous liquid. That is second physical property can be given. And next, dilution of H2SO4. If you would like to convert a concentrated sulfuric acid to dilute sulfuric acid, we need to add acid to water carefully. We need to add acid to water carefully. But not by adding water to acid. Because highly exothermic reaction, expulsion may take place. Acid might comes out of the container. It can expel on body also. That's why we should be much cautious while we are diluting the H2SO4, because it is an exothermic reaction, right? So please copy it. Another first one is acidic nature. H2SO4, if I take it, it can be dissociated into H plus and HSO4 minus. For this, Ka1 value can be taken as 1 into 10⁻�3, very high Ka value. But when it comes to HSO4 minus ion, it can form H plus and SO4 2 minus. For this, Ka2 is very, very less, 1.2 into 10⁻². So Ka2 is very less than Ka1. In comparison to Ka1, Ka2 is almost neglected. Why? Because here HSO4 minus ion is developed in interaction with H plus. Oppositely charged ions are there. Further dissociation may not be easily possible. because there are forces of attraction between two oppositely charged ions. Hence, second dissociation constant will be lower compared to the first dissociation constant. And moreover, whenever this H2SO4, it can react with NaOH, NaOH plus H2SO4, which can form NaHSO4 and H2O, as well as if it reacts with 2 moles of NaOH plus H2SO4, it forms Na2SO4 and H2O. It forms 2 types of salts with bases. It forms 2 types of salts with bases. So NaHSO4, it is an example of acidic salt because it has hydrogen. On dissociation, it can produce H plus ion. That is the reason it is an example of acidic salt. But this is neutral salt because it does not have any H plus ion. Totally all H plus ions are utilized for the neutralization. And second one, H2SO4 can act as a dehydrating agent. Best example of dehydrating agent. That is concentrated H2SO4, which has high affinity for the removal of water. It can be used for removal of water. If you take a reaction, any hydrated salts are there, like copper sulfate pentahydrate. If it reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, what will happen? CuSO4 plus 5H2O will be formed. So CuSO4 dot 5H2O has become anhydrous copper sulfate because water molecules are lost. Similarly, if you take sucrose, this is nothing but charring of sucrose. C12H22O11 is the chemical name, chemical formula of sucrose, right? C12H22O11, if it reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, water molecules can be removed, then it can be obtained as C, 12 carbons plus 11 H2O. Entire water molecules are removed. We get a carbon black. People might misconcept it as C12 isotope, it's 12C actually. It is 12C. This is called as carbon black. A black color deposit will be formed. If you add, you take teaspoon of sugar and take it on spatula and add concentrated H2SO4. After some time, if you observe it, it becomes black because entire water molecules are absorbed from the sucrose. Then it forms carbon black. This reaction indicates the dehydrating agent action of the concentrated sulfuric acid. Moreover, it can be used in organic chemistry also. But those reactions will be discussed in organic chemistry, not here. Like alcohol, if it undergo dehydration, it will form alkene, right? So, and moreover, alcohol, if it undergo intramolecular dehydration, it forms ether. All those will be discussed in organic chemistry. Okay, please copy it first, everyone.
So this copper will be dissolved in water, sir.
Copper
Will be dissolved in water, sir.
Copper sulfate.
Sorry, carbon.
Carbon, what happened? Third one, oxidizing nature. Not only as a dehydrating agent, it can behave as even oxidizing agent also. H2SO4, I'm taking it as SO4 2 minus. SO4 2 minus can be converted into SO2. Plus 6 it is, plus 4. Decrease in oxidation number is taking place. So decrease in oxidation number can be done by the help of gain of electrons. So I can write this here, plus 2e. Now balance oxygens, here 4 are there. So I can take 2H2O So here I can take 4H plus. This is the reaction can be given. SO4 2 minus, that is plus 6 is changing into plus 4. Undergoing reduction, it can act as a oxidizing agent also, right? So concentrated sulfuric acid even can behave as oxidizing agent also. Let's see those reactions, which are very important for board examinations also, children, right? So concentrated sulfuric acid, if you observe it, which can convert the sulfur to sulfuric acid. Sorry, sulfur to sulfur dioxide, sorry. Sulfur can be converted into sulfur dioxide. If you write the reaction, what do you write it there? SO4 2 minus plus 4H plus and sulfur can be converted into SO2 plus 2H2. If you balance it, you will get 2S. Now it is balanced. In a similar way, carbon is there. Carbon can be converted into carbon dioxide. So same reaction, SO4 2 minus and then H plus, that is 4H plus of course. Carbon, if I take it, I'll get CO2 and plus SO2 plus what I can take it here, 2H2O. I can take 2H2O also. Carbon has been oxidized to carbon dioxide. Carbon has been oxidized to carbon dioxide. Is it balanced? 2, 4, and here 6, and here 4. 8 are there. Yeah, just wait. Here 3, if you balance it with this, 3 2 is 6, and here 2 sulfate ions are there, 2 sulfurs this side, sulfurs other side. Okay, if you check it, sulfurs are balanced, but oxygens are not balanced. And sulfur can be oxidized to sulfur dioxide, that also can be taken. Similarly, if you take copper also, that copper can be converted into Cu2 plus ion. Copper can be converted into Cu2 plus ion. If you take SO4 2 minus, same reaction, 4H plus, and then Cu, which will be converted into Cu2 plus and SO2 as well as 2H2O can be taken. So copper can be oxidized to Cu2 plus, carbon can be oxidized to carbon dioxide. Same way, sulfur can be oxidized to sulfur dioxide. In the similar way, phosphorus can be oxidized to H3PO4. That is called phosphoric acid. I can give it as PO4 3 minus. So I'll write this as P4 and H plus ions if I take it, SO4 2 minus, which will be converting into PO4 3 minus plus SO2 plus H2. Of course, you have to balance this reaction by taking redox reaction. P4 can be converted into phosphoric acid, that is phosphate ion plus SO2 plus H2. All these are the oxidizing reactions of concentrated sulfuric acid, right? Remaining very few reactions are there that will be discussed in the next class, followed by uses also.